In the late 19th century, on a remote Hawaiian island, a Belgian priest named Father Damien made a decision that would cost him his health, his comfort, and eventually his life. But it would also make him a saint. Born as Joseph de Voister in 1840 in rural Belgium, Damien grew up in a large farming family. His childhood was simple and filled with faith. Though not the most promising student, his determination and heart for God led him to join the congregation of the Sacred Hearts of Jesus and Mary. He took the name Damien after a 3rd century saint and martyr. But nothing in his early formation could have prepared him for the mission that would define his life. In 1864, Damien was sent as a missionary to Hawaii. It was a land of beauty, but also one facing deep suffering. The Hawaiian government, trying to stop the spread of Hansen's disease, also known as leprosy, had established a forced quarantine colony on the island of Molokai. Those diagnosed with the disease were ripped away from their families and left to die with little food, medicine, or hope. Damien heard about this desperate colony and volunteered to go. He wasn't sent with a team or a plan. He simply went and stayed. When he arrived in Kalapapa, the leper colony, he was shocked. The people lived in despair. Many turned to alcohol, violence, or complete isolation. There was no law, no structure, and no spiritual support. Damien immediately went to work not just as a priest, but as a builder, nurse, advocate, and brother. He built homes, dug graves, bandaged wounds, and most importantly celebrated Mass, heard confessions, baptized, and brought Christ to the people who felt forgotten by the world. He didn't keep a distance from them. He touched their sewers, shared their meals, hugged their children. He famously said, "We lepers, not they, not those people. We." Damien lived as one of them, loved as one of them, and eventually, in 1885, he contracted leprosy himself. But even as the disease ravaged his body, he kept going. He hobbled to Mass. He organized care. He wrote letters to authorities begging for help, for medicine, for compassion. He became their voice to the outside world. Damien died in 1889, at the age of 49, at the time of his death. The colony he had entered in chaos had become a place of hope and dignity. His sacrifice had brought light to the darkest corner of the Pacific. But Damien's mission didn't end there. His story inspired countless others, nurses, priests, sisters, and led people to dedicate themselves to those abandoned by society. In 2009, Pope Benedict XVI canonized him as a saint, declaring Damien of Molokai a model of heroic charity. His feast day is celebrated on May 10th. Saint Damien's life is a powerful reminder that holiness isn't about comfort, it's about love. Love that goes where others won't. Love that touches the untouchable. Love that says, "You are not forgotten, you are loved." Today, in a world still full of outcasts, whether due to illness, poverty, addiction, or loneliness, Saint Damien invites us to cross the boundaries of fear and embrace the suffering with courage. May we to have the heart to say not they, but we, and love with the love of Christ. Saint Damien of Molokai, pray for us.